If you've been following me this week, you know that in this series we are talking about how your relationship failing is all your fault, how it always comes back to you, how you have to look at your own self-worth. And I've been getting a lot of questions about this, which is how do I tell if I'm unhealed? And one of the easiest ways is to be able to look at the partner that you're currently with. Look at them. Do you think that they are unhealed? Are you currently pointing a finger at them and saying, you need to work on these issues, you have a problem? If that is the scenario for you, then 100% you are unhealed. Because we can only attract what we are. So it just means that you're on the opposite end of the spectrum. So if you're looking at your partner and you're like, man, you have anger management issues, or you don't show me love, or you don't do it, whatever you are doing to point the finger, you are the opposite of that. So it's a good gauge for you, right, to know if you are struggling with something that you can't see. And I can tell you this as a truth. I was the last person that ever thought I would be in a relationship with addicts or alcoholics. And I was like, no, I'm too smart. There's no way that's ever going to happen. That's what every single one of my relationships was. But I always had an excuse for it. I always was like, well, they want to get better. And that's now my job. My job is to help make them better because I have all the information on how to be better. It was lies. It was lies I was telling myself. I was codependent. I needed somebody in that position to need me so that I could feel good about myself. And the more that they needed me, the better I felt in my own cycle. And the more that they didn't do what I suggested to be done to heal themselves, the angrier I got because of my issues. My codependency, my control issues. So you have to look at the partners that you're with, and the best way to do that is make a list. Make a list of all the partners that you've ever had, and then write down all of the similarities between them. You'll see it real quick. And then once you have that list, and you're like, oh, they all had a problem with alcohol, or they all talk to me just like my dad did, which I hate. Then look at the personality disorder on the opposite end of whatever you are listing. That's you. That's your cycle. That's how you figure out what you are. So I could see all these addicts and all these narcissistic tendencies. Well, what's the opposite of that? Codependent.